Oh man. All right, we just hopped out the paddy wagon. All right, all right. You got me and
Lil Webb.
Lil Webb in the house, and we are here at the
Respecting Perspectives podcast.
Yes,
my guy.
sir. Yes, sir.
Indeed,
Man,
indeed.
blessed to have everybody here joining us. And man, I have a one of a kind, shining, bright AF artist from Baltimore who's just been making rounds. He's been putting so much energy and time and attention into his craft. And it's beautiful to be able to share the scene with this young man. Yo, tell him a little bit about yourself. Give him some history, kind of where you came from and how you ended up in this seat.
Look, West Baltimore, just doing music, recording both of us at the lineup.
Shout
out Moose. Me with Moose, you with Brandon. Shout out Brandad.
Teams.
Brandaddy-o.
Granddaddy.
Shout out to being a father, for real.
For sure.
But yeah, that's where we met, and that's where, we started hanging out. I was an intern mainly. That's how I got in your sessions.
Yeah. I
was
forgot
just
about that.
Chilling your sessions and just get the vibe and understand what's going on at the studio.
Yeah.
So just having talks with you, and you're a cool dude.
Oh,
You're a
thanks,
cool dude,
man.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
I wouldn't be here if you weren't a cool dude.
Right. I'm super excited to have you here, man. Gosh, there's so many things that we can talk about today. I think the thing we should dive right into is, creativity itself, because I'm sure you pride yourself in, the creative manner that you have brought to your music. And, we're going to bounce around a little bit, but okay. I want you to tell everybody about like where your creativity comes from.
It really comes from like doing musical theater.
Yeah.
That's really where it is. Like, I'm not like a big like movie guy. I like watch television. We all watch shows.
Right.
But like, I don't watch like daytime television as people do now generally. I don't watch like reality TV.
Yeah.
I'll watch like stuff on streaming every once in a while. I'll watch stuff on YouTube. But like the physical being there and doing the acting, doing the singing, that's what like I really like grew up doing. And learning the history of that and really figuring out why the music is the way it is, because it's not just the piece of music, it's based on the story based around it too. So
I like that.
So that's really a big part of how I create my music. To me, my entire catalog as it is like one big show.
I like the way
it's
you
like
put
one
that.
big stage production. There's different characters. There's different perspectives that you view it from. There's different rooms that you walk into. There's different places to go. Different things that are being done, different lifestyles being lived, but it's all really based on like my life.
Yeah.
Essentially. It's really just based on what I've done, people I've been around, and just like the stories that I could tell people. I was telling my homegirl this the other day. It's like, if I had to just describe one person in my life, in one of these stories in my life, it would take me all day just to describe the one person.
That's cool though.
And like I describe to my friends, like my life is like a movie, except like when you watch the movie and it's like you're 6 and then it jumps to like you being 14.
Yeah.
I'm the period of time that's 7 to 13. I'm the part of the movie you don't see. I'm the entire part of the movie you don't see. And that's like really
funny.
how I put my music together.
Nice.
Cause you can experience things and you tell people stuff and they're like, there's no way that happened. And you're like, well, if you say that to my mom, who was right there, like,
right I got proof, dog.
Yeah, she's like gonna say you're bullshitting. So.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your acting career and kind of how that has taught you to navigate life itself and your music.
Well, acting and music are really like synonymous in my life. So I started doing them both when I was like 11 years old, 7th grade.
Dude.
Changing into
Lil Webb.
Yeah, Lil for
Lil.
real. Really like, that's a transitional part for all of us in our lives. 7th grade, going in 8th grade, going into high school. That's really a transitional period for you to figure out who you are and what you're doing.
It is.
And I just got thrusted into doing the music part at my school. And with that came musical theater. So it's just common at my school to, if you do chorus and you do music, to be a part of the show if you're not at least auditioning, you know, because some of the band kids, some of the orchestra kids are in the orchestra for the show as well. So, and there's members of the student body that are parts of the crew. So it's very much like a school thing for us to put this production on. So that's where they both kind of just came hand in hand for me. I started doing one and the other one just came right along with it. And I didn't do like a straight stage play until my freshman year of high school, and that was by accident. Like I was.
What was it? What was the play? Do you remember?
We were doing Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh shoot! Okay, shout out.
And what is it? It's Lysander. That's who I played. I was Lysander. And Shakespeare is hard,
dude.
Shakespeare is hard.
Ain't easy.
And I didn't have like any desire to really like do the show
at that age. I'm sure
the director wanted me to do it. He was my teacher for one of my classes. He really wanted me to do it. So it ended up me going to callbacks. So I ended up doing well, and that worked out for me.
Nice.
But like, yeah, that was a hard experience for me. It took me until like the day of opening night for me to really like have my lines pretty like close to what they're exactly supposed to be, because you know it's a rhythm, and that feeds into the music thing too of acting as a rhythm. There's different when you do scenes, you have different beats, they call it, in a scene that you hit, so that the emotion or the feel of the scene changes, the direction or tone changes, however you want to describe it. And that's pretty much how I see my music too. A big part of musical theater is just like live music. The band follows you. The band follows you.
Great.
So when I write my songs, like the beat is following me. I'm telling the beat where to go. We're going on this adventure together. And yes, I'm listening to the beat over and over again to write the words, but it's telling me what needs to be said so that when I say it, it sounds like it's doing it because I said it.
I like how you put that, because most people would say that the beat is kind of guiding them. You know, it's kind of in front of them. But I like the way you put that, where, you know, the beat itself is following you.
Well, think about live music, right? When you go to see a live band, if the singer is dragging, you feel that.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel that. When the singer is really pushing that band and pushing the tempo, and everybody's really like together, and this is how we're moving, and it really feels like there's a driving force behind the musicality and the emotion and what's happening sonically in your ears, you feel a lot better at that show.
Right.
Regardless of the tone of the music, of if it's supposed to be sad or if it's supposed to be hype, you know what I'm saying? You like feel that energy of like, this is really getting me going. Like I'm really feeling it. Like I'll tell you, my first real like concert experience was at Bonnaroo. And I can't tell you how different of an experience that was for me as a young child, because it was
How old were you?
I was maybe like 12.
Okay.
But this was Bonnaroo, where Thrift Shop was the biggest thing. Fucking Problems was on the radio every day, and Good Kid, Mad City had just came out.
Oh, dude, damn.
And when I tell you, I was so excited to sit at that stage knowing that it was Macklemore, A$AP Rocky, and then Kendrick back to back.
Dude.
But I was with my grandparents, so they weren't trying to hear all that. So we left after Macklemore.
That is too funny, dog.
Yeah, I can tell people I was there to see in person why he beat Kendrick out for that Grammy.
Oh, damn. All right. Drop the mic on that.
You know what I'm saying? But nah.
Let's pivot. Go to the acting itself. Who's your favorite actor or actress?
I don't really have a favorite actor per se. I do really like Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
I do really appreciate Matthew McConaughey, how he approaches his roles, because you know he's not like all the time like super serious. I really do like Jim Carrey as well. Jim Carrey's great.
Oh, shouts for sure.
But I really like Jim Carrey because he can get into that character.
Yeah.
He really takes his entire body into the acting. Like people love The Mask. I love Ace Ventura.
Oh, dude.
Ace Ventura, Bruce Almighty.
Truman Show?
Truman Show is great.
That I mean, that movie fucking it changed things, And I think like somebody like Jim Carrey was one of those actors that, like before like method acting, dude, like he was one of like the creators of like what a method actor did, but they didn't have a term for it. That was just like him giving 1,000% to the role itself.
Well, if we really want to take it back, right? Because before screen, there was stage, and Broadway has always been the place to go for your stage, right?
Good point.
Yeah, method acting is very different in the concept. Yes, it's a different concept, but character acting is very important. I feel like that's really more what Jim Carrey does. Jim Carrey really gets into the character. Like Heath Ledger is very much a method actor, where he really is embodying the character the entire time. I forget who it was, but one of Jim Carrey's ex-wives said the reason she divorced him was because he's like that all the time. That's not him playing the role.
That's
He's just
cool, though.
like that. He really just delves entirely into the character, but he just has that energy all the time.
The character fits him.
Yeah, the character fits him. So his energy just really gels with these very off the wall, very charismatic, out there characters, because that's just who he is.
Just imagine getting paid for acting just to be yourself.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's got to be like the most like freeing experience ever, And then it not to, talk bad though, like about actors, but like think like an actor gets paid to not be themselves. Like, and this ties right into like this exactly, think about that. Like an actor gets paid to literally not be themselves. And like, think about like how high of a level of like respect they get. And like, it kind of makes us think about the way that we like the opinions that we have and idols, that we have. But I have to say that my favorite actor is Robin Williams.
Okay.
Rest in peace, and man, somebody like that really inspired me from a very young age to be a character.
Okay.
In your movie. And don't be like that person sitting at the table in the background, like fucking you're Mrs. Doubtfire in this bitch. You know what I mean? And like there might be times where you have to like take on a different persona. There might be times where you have to just perfectly be yourself. And it's crazy to think about that. I want to do a song dedicated to Robin Williams. Okay. And like kind of like a lot of like it's going to be real nostalgic, and it's going to have I'd love to have stay on, dude, try and like if I don't talk about this in the next like few months, be like, yo, what about that Robin Williams project? Because I need that. And I want to have like different scenes from his movies in the music video.
Okay.
And the final one is going to be the food fight from Hook.
Okay.
Yeah, where it's the different color mashed potatoes just like getting flung all over the place. I mean, remember that scene? Like, just remember like thinking about like, you're like, where are they going with this at first, especially as a kid, you're like, what's going on here? And then you slowly start to see that development, and man, dude, it's crazy. It really helps you make those connections in life that are like in the back of your head. Like, you got to create the colorful ass mashed potatoes that are fucking, sitting in front of you. Yeah, man, gosh, it's crazy to just like think about that. You know what I mean? Dude, let's talk a little bit about, we were speaking about the difference between making songs and making music, and like, what's the difference between that and like the ease of accessibility to be able to make music, nowadays?
So like, it's very easy for you to go to the store and buy all the equipment, if you can afford it, to make music at home. You don't necessarily have, you can get beats off YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to pay for everything.
Free type beat.
But when you go to school for music, you learn a lot about music that isn't really public knowledge, in the sense of just what drives these forces of what you're hearing.
Oh, that's a good thought.
All these pieces that come together to create this thing that you sonically enjoy. And a lot of people lack that education.
Mm-hmm.
There's I saw a talk one time where the guy had mentioned where technically, as long as you remain in the scale, which isn't hard to do, it's 8 notes. There is no wrong note for the next note. There's technically no wrong note. They all fit together in the scale. That's what they're meant to do, is to be played after another.
Right.
But you can decipher through trial and error, whether you like something or not.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes if you don't have the education to figure out what it is, you can't determine whether or not you like it.
Yeah.
And that is where the hard part comes into creating the art part of the music and not just making the songs, right? So like I think it was Pablo Picasso said, you have to learn how to make art to then break the rules to make art. You have to learn the rules first, so that you have to learn, we do the paint in numbers. We do the paint by numbers thing. We get coloring books.
Yeah.
We have to learn how to fill in those spaces so that when we don't have the lines anymore, we know what to do.
Oh, I like that.
Not in the sense of we can copy it exactly verbatim, but I want this to go here, and I want this to go over here, and I want this to be this color when I put it over here. And this can stay where it's at. That's fine, but maybe we'll just tone down the saturation a little bit. It won't be as bright of a yellow. It'll be a little more pale or something like that. You can really decipher what makes your art yours once you know how to actually make the art.
Yeah.
And a lot of people skip the learning how to make the art part.
I like the point that you made. You have to learn the rules, or learn art itself before you can know how to break break that in a way. And that's so cool. And let's talk about like the ease. Let's dig more into that, the ease of accessibility now. So do you think that there's a lot of people out there that are kind of have access to all these tools now and are, making music these days? Is it a saturated market, or like, talk about that?
What do they say? There's like 50,000 songs come out every day or whatever.
Yeah.
Or something stupid number. But what's a way to like put this where it's not like being rude?
I mean, you can be rude as fuck if you want.
We all are creative. Everybody is creative.
Mm-hmm.
However, that creativity manifests is different for everybody. But you also have to recognize if the thing that I'm channeling my creativity into is actually what's meant for me, right? So, like, there's a place for bad stuff when it comes to art. There's a place for bad stuff.
There's a place for it.
There's a place for it, because if you don't have bad stuff, you'll never know what is good. Thus, you will never know what is actually great, because you will never understand what is truly good, because there's nothing bad. We can convince ourselves that everything is good because it is made with the intent, that somebody made it with intent or with purpose, or there's an expression of themselves, and that is fine.
That is fine.
That is fine. It is great to express yourself. It is a great thing to express yourself. But you don't always have to express yourself through X medium. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you can express yourself in other ways. I don't necessarily have to hear your songs. Maybe you are really good at painting.
Yeah.
Maybe you are really good at painting. I don't need to hear your songs.
Yeah. Might not be your style. Might not be your,
Maybe you get your expression out through teaching a class of some kind. Maybe you are a teacher. Maybe you are an engineer, an architect. That you can get your creativity out in other ways. Maybe you just really like listening to music.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have had previous conversations on if you're just making music like someone else, I can listen to somebody else. I can listen to another person. If you're sitting in your house all day, just trying to make a song that sounds like Beyonce, I can go listen to Beyonce.
Yeah. Who's already in my head, who's already
not only already in my head, but established and is great at what she does. She very much knows her audience and knows how to make music for her audience. I can go listen to Beyonce. I don't need to figure out if I like you or not.
Yeah.
If you make something that is truly yours and is authentic to yourself, that's a different conversation.
For sure.
We can really get into the art aspect and the creativity of it, and really, I can have the question to myself: do I not like this because it's not for me, or do I not like this because it's bad? And if it's really somebody delving into their art and you don't like it, it's probably just because it's not for you.
Yeah.
It may not be because it's bad.
Right.
It might just be because it's not for you.
And don't get those two things confused either. You know.
Right. Like, I'm not the biggest Deftones fan. I happen to like women who like Deftones. Do I force myself to listen to Deftones when they're not around? No. Because
they play enough Deftones
for me. I will play whatever else I want to listen to.
All right.
But it just doesn't do anything for me. It's not necessarily that it's bad music. Obviously, it's not bad. Somebody likes it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's just not for me.
You know, it's funny when you said that, it made me think about like when I'm performing or I have like a performance, at night. Usually during the day, I'm not like listening to that. Like I'm not like, I'll rehearse it, beforehand, obviously. But like during that build up to like before my actual performances, it's usually just like kind of just like meditation type like music. It's just stuff that can kind of really like help keep me like centered and grounded, so that way, when the performance occurs, I can really, give it 1,000%, and it doesn't feel like it's it doesn't feel like it's forced at all, Let's see. I want you to talk about some of the ways that you have invested in yourself in some of your projects, and some of the resources that you had to put into some of your projects, because I think we should be, teaching younger artists that, it's not all glitter and gold like you expect or see on TikTok or Instagram. There's a lot of money, time, attention, energy, focus that goes into making that stuff before anyone even gets to experience or see it.
Yeah. So like we had a conversation before about my Horacle album that I had.
Wait, shout out. He's got an album out right now called Horacle. How do you spell it?
Whoracle.
All right. Listen, go stream that right now.
Indeed. I appreciate you.
Yeah, dude.
But like I had a set budget for that. I had a budget about $20,000 for that album, and maybe like a quarter.
Wait, did you say 20 grand?
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe like a quarter of that went to just getting the beats. A quarter of that went to just like the general mixing, mastering process. Had spent money on a couple features. A lot of the final mastering process was spent in that final half, but also part of my budget was I had gotten accepted for an artist residency.
Oh, cool.
In Mexico City.
Yeah, I remember.
So for those of you who are unaware, because it's not really like the word residency is used differently in music than it is in the traditional art world. Okay. So how we are familiar with like the Vegas residency, how you go and you perform for like it's for a couple of years. You have a Vegas residency, but an artist residency is really, you go somewhere, you go to location, you stay there for designated amount of time, and you are focusing on working on your art. You are trying to expand your art, expand your mind, really delve into your creativity in a very focused manner. That's really what it's for. That. So that's what I was.
Did you have any intentions going into that?
Yeah. So my main intent was to make a project solely for the artist, regardless of your medium, your genre, a piece of music solely for artist consumption. That would be the Con Renaissance project I put out last Valentine's
Nice.
Day.
Nice.
So, which is not available on Spotify because of problems, but it's whatever.
Put this to the side.
It's on everything else. You can go listen to it everywhere else.
All right,
It's on
find
YouTube.
Find it.
But
What's it called?
Con Renaissance.
Okay.
But that the whole purpose is really for, if I'm somebody who makes art, if I really consider myself an artist, what is important to me? What is important to me in my creation of the art? Because the entire point of art is to make people feel something.
Yeah, definitely.
To evoke emotion, to evoke feeling, so when you leave, you go, my money was well spent. I really like,
or
that got me feeling something I haven't felt in a while.
Or like, oh, that was.
Oh yeah, well, like that wasn't it.
That wasn't it.
That wasn't it. Because there's like the banana tape to the wall. People think that's not art,
dude,
and it can be considered art. Depends on who you are.
Yeah. Although the money that's involved with that seems a little absurd. Like the amount that could go behind.
Well, the amount that goes. So the monetary value we most often see is the purchasing price at the gallery, not the actual amount of money that they spent making the piece of art.
Oh, I believe, yeah, I understand.
So, and that's all, that's really based on opinion. More often than not, those are usually auctions. And, if a wall is willing, he's like, I want the banana. I want the banana to the wall. Banana. I'll spend $100,000, and I go, fuck a wall. I really want the banana. I might drop $500,000 just to be like, no, you can't have it.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah.
And that, and that determines, in the traditional art world, that really determines part of the value.
So wait,
and
let's
that's
talk
different
about
from
that.
Music. Right?
How much do you know how much that the banana tape to the wall went for?
Not off the top of my head. No, I do not.
I think it went for like $10 million. So
Which
like,
is a lot of money.
are you paying for like? That's not even.
You're paying for the concept at that point.
Yeah, but then like think about like a banana goes bad. Like
it's also a tax write-off, but
okay, good point.
But it is at that point you are paying for the concept, which the concept is the art, not the actual physical banana and the being taped to the wall. That is no longer the art.
So do you know? Did they get to like take that home? Like
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious of that, honestly.
But there's people who sell art to galleries and as blank pieces. People have sold sculptures to galleries that are nothing.
Yeah.
Actual, just nothing. Just a. It's air.
Slate.
It's air. It's just here's your plate with
Here's your
nothing on it. There's your statue.
Right?
Like,
how do you hand that off? You know what I mean?
Hey, you hand it off.
Yeah, right.
You hand it
it's
off.
yours
you pay
now,
for it.
baby.
Yeah, but and that really also gets into the art conversation, right? Of what is really art to you?
Mm.
What evokes emotion for you? What evokes feeling for you? What for you really makes doing the art worth it?
Mm-hmm.
Because getting that off might get you something. Just the
Right?
fact, like, yo, they really sold this thing of nothing for $500,000. That really made me feel something. Not even I might be able to do that, but that really made me feel something.
Oh, that's a good point.
That made me like just really invigorated one way or the other.
Yeah.
Or however you feel
I like
about
that
it.
a lot.
That it really brought something out of me. And, maybe I'll go 10 times harder at my job because somebody bought a banana for $500,000.
Right. That's a great point, dude.
It's, not even just like I can make a piece of art that sells for that much. Be like, oh, if they can sell a banana for $500,000 taped to a wall,
I'm a double.
I can go to my job and I can get paid.
I can
go to my job and I can really work right now and I can get promoted. I can get my joint right.
Yeah, dude, that's a great silver lining, I think, to that thought. Gosh, when it comes to the residency itself, do you feel like it was a successful venture and
it was very successful. So outside of the work aspect, my goal was to go somewhere because this would be the first official like vacation I took by myself.
Oh,
as an adult.
Okay.
So this was like a way for me to really go outside of my house, leave my responsibilities at home, and really just like feel something.
Yeah.
Just feel something other than
out in the world,
just
somewhere
out in
else.
the world, just be there. I did not really know Spanish. I'm still kind of like learning. I don't really speak Spanish. I do not ask me no questions in Spanish. Don't ask me what nothing means. I don't know. But being somewhere where I look like the people who live there.
Good point.
And that's not only me saying that, but that's them telling me by asking me questions in Spanish and being surprised that I speak English.
Yeah.
So, like it was really just a great experience to be away from my regular life to just solely be into my art and be into my creative zone. And I could just walk around and experience the world as it is and not really have to think about anything except my own safety.
Were there any other artists in this?
There was another artist there. He had a very interesting there was other artists that went through the program.
Okay.
There was only one other artist there while I was there.
Gotcha.
He had at one point made like a giant set of angel wings, and I don't know what else he made. He made some other stuff, but they were like hanging outside because we had like an outside courtyard area on the second floor of where we were staying at, and they were just hanging up outside, and I was like, you know what?
That's a sign.
That's fucking cool.
That is cool. That is cool.
Just open it. I can just open my windows while I'm just blasting my music, chilling, smoking my grass, and going, you know what? That's fucking cool.
Angels exist. They're out there. Their wings are just chilling. Was he a musical artist?
No, he was like a traditional, like,
Gotcha.
put stuff together.
Gotcha.
I'm not very sure of what his medium exactly was. But the angel wings, whoever knows what putting that together is part of.
Medium, dude.
Putting that together, whatever medium that is, that was his thing.
Thriving.
Yeah.
Let's hear it, man. It's cool to think about that. And you know what, man? You actually just kind of inspired me to plan something for the next year for myself. And that is a vacation. Actually, sorry, I'm not going to call it a vacation. Actually, let's call it a residency, but like in my own terms, where I take, it can be, 4 days or like a weekend, where I just go somewhere, get an Airbnb to myself, and really go with the intention.
It's my jam, right?
What?
So me and Moose have done that.
Oh, really?
So I'm planning on doing another one. So we did one in 2019. It was me, Moose, and D Skills Harris. Shout out Skills. But it was the three of us, and other people came through. Shout out Black Boy. Shout out Chunk. But and shout out Dub J, who came through for a couple of days. But so really, I booked a cabin in Massachusetts, out in the sticks. We drove up, and I brought my studio equipment with me. We set up to record in the kitchen. Moose had put his laptop up and his monitors up on the counter. I set up the mic stand and all that on the other side by the stove and all that shit.
Yep.
And we just got busy for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Just got busy. We were up there because Skills was first up in the morning. Skills would get up, start recording. By the time he was done, I would wake up.
Oh,
so
nice.
I would wake up, get myself together, cook food, wake Moose up.
Yeah.
We're all gonna get ready. Now we can all eat, get settled in together, and get to work.
So I need to do that, but I need to bring like an engineer. I think would be super helpful. And then maybe have like an artist or two kind of pop in. Yeah, that's a great idea, dude. I'm gonna do that sometime this year. Thanks for inspiring.
Yeah,
me
look,
to do that.
So like we got a lot of songs done in that period of time. Skills, because he would work at his own pace. So I know he got his own batch of stuff done outside of what we got done together. We got a bunch of stuff done together. I got stuff done by myself. It was a great time. We were out in the middle of nowhere, so it wasn't really like we could go out and like do stuff. But I did that on purpose. Like I didn't really want us to have that distraction. It was really a test run for us, and that really I really think it got the juices flowing because you're really locked in with your people.
Yeah.
You can't go nowhere. We had TV, so like I think Skills brought his PlayStation with him, so they would play games in the other room. We would vibe out when we're not working.
Change the scene.
Yeah, when we're not working, we chill, hang out. There was a hammock upstairs. We take naps or whatever throughout the day. But when it's like time to actually work, we can sit there and really get to the nitty gritty and not really have any outside opinions. Like because even when you're at the studio,
that's a good idea.
Even when you're at the studio, people might pop in
Yup.
every once in a while, or even like the engineer might get a text like, "Yo, can you turn that down, your speakers down real quick? You're being too loud." We didn't have any of that. We had no
Yup.
outside influences because we booked the spot.
Yup.
Booked the spot. We had neighbors, but like they were like 50 feet away. You know,
Yeah.
we had a little bit of space. We had a little bit of wiggle room. You know,
Gotcha.
if we had, like were in there with all the windows rolled up, like, and we were blasting, you know, they would have been like, "Yo, cut it out."
Yeah.
But that's not how we were rocking.
Right.
So like it was really like we could sit in there and really get to what we're trying to get at.
Yeah.
What is the core essence of this thing? Like we can, you know, record, because, you know, that when you're really in the studio all day, you have the freedom of going, I'm going to record this real quick, but I don't necessarily have to keep it if I don't like it. I might just record something on this beat just as like
Just 'cause
practice.
you can.
Yeah, just as practice. Like I'm just writing this real quick to get my mind working. So when I'm getting to the song that I really want to get to, by the time I'm there, I'm really like in the zone.
In the zone.
Yeah, so we could just knock out stuff all day, and it was really freeing artistic experience.
Nice. When was this?
This was June 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that something that you'd want to do again?
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how to plan another one. You know, it's just logistics, right? On how to get it done. So I fronted the bill for the spot last time. You know, and when you book things on Airbnb or whatever, and you're expecting a certain amount of people, you're expected to book for that amount of people. I made that mistake, and that amount of people did not show up. So I have to like just, you know, you have to reevaluate how you do things. That's why it was a test run.
Gotcha.
Right? So
wait, go back to that real quick because I need to learn this. So what you say that there's only a certain amount of people that are going to be there. You don't tell them that there's going to be like 20 people overall. You just tell them there's only going to be like 3.
Yeah.
4. Why?
Yeah,
you pay more?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you pay per person. It's like just like booking at a hotel.
Yeah.
Pay per person per room. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So like you're booking the spot, and at least how I booked it through Expedia, through Verbo or whatever. That's how like they were doing it. But
let's talk a
but
little
also
bit.
before we move on, like logistically too, like you have to like if you're gonna go somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
What equipment are you taking with you?
Right. You have to.
So you have to figure out, you know, if I'm just taking my mic and my laptop, that's all I'm taking. I'm not taking a stand. I'm not taking no speakers. I'm just taking my mic and my laptop. I can fly wherever I want to. But if you're bringing equipment with you,
Oh, good thought.
you got to go, okay, if I'm going to fly somewhere, I have to pay to bring this extra luggage with me.
then you need
or
a
whatever.
rental car.
Then you need a rental car for all that good
going.
stuff. And if you're going to go somewhere that you can drive yourself, do I really want to drive this distance? You know, how far do I have to drive?
Right.
You know, do I have enough room in my car for all the stuff that I'm taking with me? You know, you have to, you know, there's a lot of logistics that go into stuff like that. And you have to remember that because that all figures into your budget.
Of
As an
course.
artist. So that's, you know, you have to remember how much money you're actually putting into something because you can't go broke doing what you're supposed to do. You can't do that. And that's something I really want to get across as well. Like you cannot go broke
very
doing the art
important.
thing. Yes, being a starving artist is cool and all that. Like that's, like it seems fun.
And
but,
the word starving artist, literally. I mean, like, think about that.
Yeah, but like, and yes, that does push people to like get to where they're going sometimes, but you know, it ain't cool to be hungry. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really like being hungry.
It ain't cool
Like,
to
it ain't
be
cool to not have nowhere to live. Like, that ain't cool. Like, that ain't cool in the sense of you yourself do not feel cool doing it. You are not enjoying doing that thing. That's
Yeah.
not a fun thing that you're doing. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, don't go broke doing the thing, but like, you can do cool stuff in your creative work with the money that you have.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? Like, don't try and put too much, or like even like exceed your expectations as far as, you know, budget itself. But I think it's important. I think even like just undertone message is like having a budget, you know, making sure that you are thinking about those things ahead of time. And, you know, most of the time, word to the wise, budget usually doesn't fit in like, you know, what you think it's going to be. It's usually going to be more than what you expect. So you kind of want to, you know, you want to do that planning so that way you're not going broke. And, you know, sometimes it's going to take some test runs. Sometimes it's going to take you, you know, going through some experiences that are going to teach you, okay, like, this is good for the project. You know, this maybe isn't. Or I think the coolest part about this though is that like we have the ability to, you know, to do that. you know, and like the fact that we can literally like go to this like location and like really focus in, you know, is a beautiful thing. And I wanted you to talk a little bit about like when it comes to like songwriting itself, you know, what's your process with that?
It depends on the type of song I'm writing, I guess. So, like, if I'm just rapping all the way through, like I'm just front to back, there's no hook, there's no like separation of verses, that's it. I'm just trying to have fun. Just trying to have fun, just trying to be smart in a way that is consumable to other people. But like when I'm putting together a project, I'm really trying to get a point across.
Okay.
So like for Horacle is part of a 3-part series.
Oh, really?
So the album I'm working on now, Himbo, which will be come out sometime around May, that'll be the follow-up, the official follow-up to Horacle. But Horacle is really based on the idea that not only are we doomed to repeat history if we do not learn from it, but time is a circle. We will continue to do the same things over and over again as people because there's only so much on the planet we can do.
Yeah.
And Horacle is really representative of 1920s to the 1930s.
Oh, wow.
That's really the point of time that project's supposed to represent, because there's lots of things during the Great Depression that happened that we saw over the period of the pandemic. We saw people like really hurting
connection, dude.
for money. We saw people really hurting for money. We saw people really hurting for health benefits and stuff and health care. And the price for stuff, inflation was crazy for a lot of people. Like the way that the price for stuff went up for low income communities, that was very detrimental.
Yeah.
So
noticeable.
It's very reflective of that period of time, because if you not to down people who are not in a position to save money, because sometimes you are not in a position to save money, and that's okay. Some people are living check to check, and that is okay. You get by how you get by. But if you are in a position to save and you just made the conscious choice not to, you saw what happens to you.
Yeah.
When you don't. And a lot of people had a wake up call. Like I was what? It was 2020. I was like 22 at the time. And that was when I was like, you know what? I should start investing my money in stocks. Like I should just start doing that, just because I would know, God forbid, if everything stayed exactly the same, if every stock I invested in plateaued, there was no change forever and a day, amen. And I lost all my physical cash today, I had something.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the only reason I did it. It was like I would have something.
For sure.
And because things go up and things go down, there's a balance in the world. So it should feel like at some point there's a balance and there's a even point. But I was like, you know what? I have to like protect myself as an artist.
Oh, that's
and like I'll be 100% honest. I have made more money off Spotify stocks than I've ever made as an artist on Spotify.
Oh shit, right.
I've been making music since I was 18 years old. I'm 27. I've made more music in this short period of time investing in Spotify than I've ever made on Spotify.
Oh wow.
Ever, period.
That's wild.
It's just how it works. It's how it works for artists. It's just how it is. So think about that.
Let me ask you this. When it comes to like investing, do you have any maybe like tips or tricks for not even like just the artist, but like just anybody? Like
not financial advice, just invest in things that you buy. That simple as that. Like you are an artist, you participate in Spotify. I just think it is smart for you to have stocks in Spotify, not just because Spotify will make you money through the stocks, but because if I'm making money for Spotify, don't I want like a piece?
Yeah.
Like if I'm making you money, don't I? If I'm making you money by being a part of your platform, don't I want some of that more than what you're paying me just for the streams?
Yeah.
And you can get that. Like Nike, I have stocks in Yankee Candle.
Oh shoot.
in their parent company, the Yankee Candle parent company. Because
What's it called?
Newell.
Okay.
Newell. But just because I like candles. I light candles in my house. I think candles smell good.
Favorite candle smell?
Favorite candle smell, mint chocolate chip.
Oh,
Solid.
I feel
Solid. Root beer is another good one I like. But yeah, just
invest in things.
invest in things that you, if you're gonna invest, just invest in things that you spend your own money at. Because in turn, if I go to the store and I spend the money there and it goes to the parent company in totality, then I will receive a dividend from that eventually, which is just money from having stocks invested, essentially.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't.
It's a good point though.
Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor.
Yeah.
I did not go to school for any of this. I just think if you're going to spend your money somewhere, it's just smart to just invest there too.
Yeah. Do you have any advice that or I know you do. What type of advice do you have for younger up and coming artists these days?
Figure it out. Really figure out if that's what you want to do. Because once I started doing this, I kind of like made the conscious choice of like, I'm really just going to rock this out until the end of time.
The end of time, baby.
I had a desire to go to school for something, but just the attention I got from my teachers doing the music and doing the acting, it just kind of made me feel like it was a waste of time.
Yeah.
To do the other thing. So, like, my GPA in high school is not good. My high school GPA is not good. I had a 1.76. That's what I graduated with. But I graduated with more credits than I needed to.
Okay.
Because I transitioned to being a music major halfway through.
Oh, so you had
all of my music classes counted, but I didn't necessarily count towards my GPA.
Gotcha.
But they counted towards my credits.
Okay.
But for the state of Maryland, you have to graduate English. You have to pass English to graduate. So that I needed that as a graduation requirement.
Okay.
But like I went to school specifically for music, for musical theater. I went to a conservatory for musical theater. My class,
Where'd you go?
I don't like giving them credit because I dropped out. But also because
some school up in the Northeast
because my teacher told me to drop out, and I don't like him.
Okay, we don't have to.
But but very literally, we didn't have general education classes. We didn't have sports. We didn't have that kind of thing in my school. We had acting, voice lessons, vocal and speech, 4 different types of dances. So we had theater, tap, jazz, and ballet. We had a musical theater class. We had a theater film class. And I think I said we had an acting class already, traditional acting class. Okay. So I didn't do like gen ed at my college.
Oh, okay.
I did that. I had a 3.3 GPA at my college.
Nice.
I did not try at my college.
Because you didn't need to. You were Jim Carrey in the fucking Truman Show.
Well, I'd done the work, right? I'd done the work. So really, when I go into class, I'd done the work already.
Yeah.
I was just doing what I'd done already. So, like, for young artists, just figure out that's really what you want to do, because there's plenty of people that I've seen that are beyond talented, can do things I never could have imagined myself doing.
Right.
Can fill roles that I can never fill myself, and they just want to do something else.
Yeah.
Their heart is just in something else. They wanted to be a doctor, or they wanted to be a lawyer, or they really want to do public service work. They really wanted to work in a nonprofit. They wanted to do something that they felt was important. Yeah. That's what it really boils down to. They felt that was more important than doing the theater or the music or the acting or whatever, the creative work. That was where they got their creativity off, was doing that work. Gotcha. And I just think you need to figure out if that's what you really want to do. If you really want to do the creative thing, because we had talked about, I started acting at 11. I didn't make my first acting check until I was 21. Yeah. 21, 22. I didn't get paid for
10
acting.
10 full years.
Yeah, until I had done it for 10 years at school, doing local theater at community colleges and local theater companies. Shout out Just Off Broadway. Shout out DCT. Shout out Cockpit and Court. Nice. But like, I did all that work for free. That was all free work.
Right.
I didn't get paid until I had done all that free work.
Right.
So it's like you have to fake and the free work is different, right?
Yeah.
When
talk about that.
You are doing something traditional education wise versus creative wise, right? So and that's part of figuring out if you really want to do it, because you have, when you go to school for something, if you want a degree in IT, if you just want an IT degree, communications, you want to get a communications degree, your free work is paying to go to school and being in the class and doing the classwork and doing the homework and doing an internship and then go in and get your job afterwards. That's when you get paid. That was all your free work, is going to school and getting the degree.
Yep.
When you're creative, your free work is different.
Yeah.
It's just perceived differently, because even if you go to school and get a degree, that doesn't guarantee you a creative job.
Right.
It just doesn't. That's not how the creative field works. But if you keep working and keep working and keep working and keep working, people see your work and people recognize your work, and you do good work consistently and regularly, compete against yourself mainly. But, if you compete against your peers, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
But if you are continuously doing the work and showing that you can do it, it's not an idea of can you do it, it's how well can you do it, and you do it well, then you will get paid for it.
Yeah.
But you have to do the free work first. Like, don't
lose the vision from that. I think that's really important.
Yeah, like we just talked about the budget and how I had $20,000 budget for that album. I don't have a fucking deal.
Yeah.
I don't have
all from his own damn pocket.
Yeah, I don't have a deal. I didn't get a deal off of that. I got the residency off of that.
Yeah.
The residency was an opportunity to do something where we would have opportunity to get more work done.
Okay.
And be in the view of more people that are outside of my general demographic.
Gotcha.
So I could be in the face of people who actually live in Mexico. That's what the album was for. That was the promo to get me there. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And that was the free work. And there's a lot of free work that goes into what we do. And I feel like a lot of people just get lazy.
Yeah.
Get lazy with the free work because it is free.
Yeah.
You want to only do it when you want to do it, or you only really want to put a lot of effort into it if there's a chance for you to get paid. When really the money doesn't matter. You're gonna if your work is really that good, you're gonna get paid.
Yeah. And it's good that you don't make that too much of a connection with how much it actually cost behind it. And because you can tell, if we didn't have this conversation, I would have known that you invested in it, but I would have, and I've listened to the album, I wouldn't have really been able to put a number to it, I mean, but I would have really been able to put the initiative that you put into it, and I think that's an important thing there.
And I really appreciate that you said that you didn't you listen to it and you didn't necessarily hear a number.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that, because that's what art is for, right? You go and you decide how much it's worth to you, right? And that's how you should really contribute to your favorite artist.
Yeah.
I think that this was worth a lot of money. I'm going to spend my money however I can to get it to this artist. What, you might buy the album one time because that, it may not only allow you to buy it on that service one time. But, you may go, oh, they have this over here I can go buy and I can give them some money that way, or they have a donation spot I can donate to them, whatever. Get some merch, whatever. I can go see a show. There's other ways to financially support your artists.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great point, right? Think about that. So if there's some aspiring artists that are around you, there's definitely ways for you to support them in many different ways. And I think it's important that you do that, because there are some artists that are out here really giving, 1,000,000% and might not be getting the listeners that they deserve, but if you're helping support them in a particular way, I think that's only going to help them to understand that what they're doing is the right thing.
Yeah.
Let's get sidetracked here. I'm going to just have you pick. So we'll do just pick one for now.
Okay.
And we're going to go back and forth here.
Okay.
For those that can't see us, he's picking a card right now.
Okay. Am I asking you this question?
Yeah, you ask me.
Okay.
And then we'll do you next.
What's the most interesting museum you've been to?
Oh, wow. Okay, definitely the Andy Warhol Museum in Pittsburgh. Oh my gosh, it was like the craziest thing ever, and I could have never imagined like how it takes a special person just to get through the whole thing. Honestly. Okay, my turn.
Yeah, get you a spread
Yeah,
here.
give me a spread there. All right. Do you ever think about your parents as kids? What do you picture?
I do think about them as kids sometimes. I feel like the way I picture them is very much based off of, conversations.
Yeah.
Because so my father was killed when I was 11 years old. So I didn't really get to spend a lot of
Sorry to
time
hear
with
that.
my father. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I didn't really get to spend a lot of time with my father. I seen pictures of him when he was younger. I've spent time around him as an adult. I did not really get to know my father too well.
Gotcha.
But through what people tell me about my father, I get an image that makes sense to me, right? And with my mother, who's around and who pretty much raised me, who did raise me,
Shout to
pretty
mom.
much, you know what I mean? But like I get a lot of context from her siblings and her mom and her dad of just what it was like being her as a child, and we are blessed to live in a period of time where we have pictures of our parents more often than not.
Oh, right.
So
Oh, that's a good point.
yeah, so we can see what our parents did look like, and I like to also think that we don't really change a whole lot from our core as we grow up. Our core, we strengthen our core, right? We really figure out who we really are as people, and you get more and more like that as you get older.
Yeah.
So if my mom is how she is now, oh, imagine how she was when she was my age or whatever, doing bullshit.
Right. But basically the same person.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's me.
Yep.
Me now. Ooh, me thinks.
Yeah. Hit that like question.
Ooh, are you afraid of the dark?
Oh my gosh. Am I afraid of the dark? Jesus. 90% of the time, no. And then like every now and then there's like that 10% where like, I don't know, like you hear a crazy sound or something and you're like, okay, wait a second, something is out there that's out to get me. And then like when you're a kid and like the basement,
Yeah.
dude, the basement where like when it was dark, like you didn't remember how quick you ran up those stairs and you
Check behind you.
you check behind you, like, but like really, like now, like that like there ain't nothing back there, but like at that point though, there was. Oh wait, no,
Wait, no, it's your turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa.
All right. Name something that always puts you in a bad mood.
People touching my things. I am very
Your
big. So my thingy, but I am very big on like privacy.
Okay.
I'm not like really like secretive.
Okay.
I don't like to describe myself that way, but like I like my space. If I have my space, I don't necessarily want you to just go into my space when you feel like you can go into my space. No, I want you to go into my space when I allow you in my space.
For sure.
If I have something that if you want to touch my sunglasses, I want you to ask if you can put my sunglasses on before you put my sunglasses on.
For sure.
Because
Hey, can I put your sunglasses on?
Sure, sure, buddy. You can go put my sunglasses on. Like, yeah, I'm very big on privacy. That really always puts me in a bad mood when people just do things that are just invade your privacy. I'm growing up doing theater. Like, I don't mind being touched too much as long as it's not like you're really touching me inappropriately. Then and I don't know you like that. Then we
Does
have a
that
problem.
happen often?
No.
Okay, good.
But sometimes it does.
Sometimes
it does. You'd be surprised.
Consent. Listen, everyone out there, please consent.
Please.
Okay, ask to do certain things. Okay, and take care of them. And if you do, take care of those things as well.
No, for real.
All right, let's do a few more here. My turn.
Okay.
My turn. Your turn.
You asked me.
You asked me. I asked you.
So I pick one from you, right?
Yup.
What's the funniest video on your phone?
The funniest video on my phone. I'm not even going to show it, but let's see here. It was, we were at a bachelor party with me and some of the homies. Shout Matt, Hit, Chris Merson, and
bachelor party video.
Yo, it was crazy. And a friend of ours, rest in peace, Rusty, he brought those 99-cent Arizonas, you know, to the room. And we're like, who the fuck brings 99-cent Arizonas to a gangbang? Yo, and we were just... Oh, I'll have to post the video. We'll put the video on. Oh, so good, dude. Damn, look at you all slick.
My money's spread.
Okay, would you ever want a job testing new flavors of food?
No. To be honest, no.
No.
Just because,
That's
like...
an easy one.
When like it's something a little like too weird, I'm not even interested.
Yeah.
Like I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Like
What's
I'll
gonna
keep
do
I'll
to
keep it
you?
straight up with you. Like I don't eat sushi. I don't do the sushi thing.
Me
I do
either.
cooked
Shout.
sushi. Cool, whatever. Cooked fish and rice.
Cooked
cool,
fish.
that's fine.
That's what it's
But
about.
raw stuff, not even trying it. Bugs, not trying it. You got it. Good luck, buddy.
All right, one more.
What item would you grab first if your house is on fire?
Oh wow! Oh my gosh! Well, so we
Porn
actually
stash.
no other than the porn stash, the VHS covers. Let's see here. I actually spoke about this in the last one. It's ironic. It would be I have a big tub that has 300 notebooks in it
Okay.
of all the lyrics that I've wrote throughout
Okay.
like my whole life, and it's in this tub so that like just in case at any point I need to
Just get up and go.
get up and go, man, I'm out of there.
Okay.
Good job with that session though. That was dope.
Indeed.
Hey, I got a question for you. If you could have a conversation, if you could have a phone conversation with anybody in the world that either maybe you can't have a conversation with now, who would it be?
Probably Prince.
Prince?
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. What's that? Who's this calling? Oh, this is Prince?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I got a big fan of
The
yours
Prince?
here. I got Lil Webb in the house. All right. Listen, he wants to tell you. Oh, you're just jamming back there, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah, no, listen, he wants to tell you something, and he wants to have a little conversation with you. What would you tell him?
Yo, what can I tell Prince, man? Yo, Prince, what could I tell you, man? What could I tell you, G? Yo, that's Paisley Park, my nigga. What are we talking about? Man, I just want to know how you did it.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know. How did you say fuck y'all and nigga said, yeah, fuck us? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out because these niggas suck. Yo, I'm trying to get jamming, my G. Like, what are we talking about? Word to Melly Mel. Yo said if we're not making it so the hoes can dance, what are we doing it for? Prince, you had the hoes sweating bullets. Sweating bullets. You could feel it in the air. You could feel it in the air like it was raining. Purple rain.
Purple.
I'm trying to get like you, pimpin'. Man, you what? You did, huh? Yo, tell me what the code to the vault is, and I'm
vault.
there. Yo, I appreciate you, my G. You the realest, yo.
Damn,
Word to
son.
AWOL.
All love from AWOL to Prince, baby. Peace out. Oh, man, dude. Too good. Too good. Man, listen, dude, I have had an excellent time with you here, and I got to learn so much, and I think we got to really, jump around to a whole bunch of different things from, your acting career starting so young and, kind of getting into creativity itself and, how to keep those juices flowing and, not to, let's see here, as far as putting that backing into being an artist and all the things that it takes. And, there's going to be a lot that you're going to put into this, if it's what you're meant to do, I think that's something important that you mentioned was, making sure that you are, at least like trying those things so that way you can find, the true nature in which you're meant to exist in this world. And man, do you have any last minute, inspirations or points of motivation that you want to give everybody?
Man, I posted this on my story the other day. I've been really thinking about it. Winners win, so win. Losers don't lose because they are incapable of winning, that they lack the ability to win. They lose because they don't believe they can win. Don't be a fucking loser.
Don't be listen, I think that's a perfect end game for this. Don't be a fucking loser.
Don't be a fucking loser.
Dude, do it all for the win. And until next time, we'll see y'all on the Respecting Perspectives podcast. Peace.